As we start to guide a child down the path of reading with phonics, there are two cognitive processes which are totally essential and which can be big hurdles to some of the children. These processes are segmenting the sounds in a word and blending individual sounds into words. If a child struggles with those two tasks, their progress with phonics is doomed to certain failure. That makes this one of the most critical of our training videos. So let's imagine we have a child in the class with a bit of auditory processing weakness who we know is going to find this hard. What are we going to do? We want to make segmenting and blending easier so that they can steadily build confidence and become a good reader. Let's start with segmenting. Segmenting is the process of splitting a word into individual phonemes. For instance, the word cats segments into k, a, s. Once you have demonstrated this, the children can directly practice it with individual words. You will find that they're not perfect at first, and that's fine. We recommend not highlighting errors as they do this practice because they will improve naturally with time. If you do see a child in the class making more mistakes than average, you should help them with a week of stage 1 of the Aboard Phonics Plus intervention program so that they can keep up with their peers. To make this segmenting practice more fun, you can play one of our segmenting games like Sound Talk. You'll find it in our manuals. When you play Sound Talk, everyone talks segmented words instead of blended words. You can combine it with other games like Simon Says. So as an example, you might say, Simon says, it, and everyone should sit. Then a child takes a turn and they might say, Simon says, I, all, and everyone should smile. So if they say I'll, you should definitely still smile rather than correcting them. We recommend that you take turns alternating with the children so that they keep hearing you demonstrating how to do it perfectly. So what does perfect sound like? Well, the key is to keep the sounds you make as close as possible to the individual phonemes. You'll have heard me say s, it, not s, it. You want to keep coaching the children on making those crisp sounds because it's going to make the blending steps so much easier. The best way is to keep demonstrating the crisp sounds and being very supportive when the child mimics that nicely. You can listen to us voicing each of the phonemes on our phoneme video. The children can also watch it and practice while watching the video, and they can just have a go at making those sounds. Once the children are good at segmenting, we can use that skill to make blending easy to crack too. It is critical that you help them master the segmenting before you start working on blending. We have worked with thousands of children who have got stuck in phonics because they could not blend sounds into words. But the good news is that the process I'm about to share with you has cracked it for all of them every single time, and usually in just a few days. As the children start to practice blending, you should ask them to choose a word and segment it into phonemes. By choosing the word themselves, it means that they keep in their comfort zone. They will also focus on what the word is more than if you give them the word. Once they have segmented the word to the best of their ability, they should blend those sounds back into the original word. This might sound like flower, flower. When they get each word right, it should be a moment of celebration for everyone because that will help solidify this new neural process for them. And that is it. Simple but effective. Of course, they know what the original word is, and so the blending task is made relatively easy. You will just have to trust us that this works every time. Once you have tested it a few times, you will see what we mean. We recommend that each child segments and reblends 5 words in this way each day, either with you or with their parents. In just a week or 2, they will become master segmenters and blenders. It has always been surprising how effective this little blending exercise is. Our best guess is that the children actually do more than 5 words a day in their heads at different moments throughout the day. That would explain how quickly the neural changes happen. Anyhow, the crucial thing is that you will have helped them build perhaps the most essential foundation to their future reading confidence and accuracy.